again. End of another day. Had a good day today. So last time I spoke, we bloody had all the internal frame rust coated, primed, painted. Basically we're ready for the floor. So today we come out and started that. I got a mate of mine, Lee, to give me a hand. We come in here this morning and started cutting up the timber, and got some Colorbond sheeting underneath above the wheel wells, underneath the flooring, just to stop any water coming up under the floor. So that's in. None of it's actually glued and screwed down yet, but we've just cut it and fitted it all into place, and made sure it all fitted. And so yeah, very happy with it. Good job today. So this is where we're at. You can see got all the sheets in there. Really gives you an idea when it's, now that the floor's in, just how much space you've got. It's so good being able to walk on the floor, and you can actually visualize so much better where walls are going to be and bedrooms are going to be and all that sort of stuff. So it's yeah, end of another day, but very happy with how we went today. We'll probably come back tomorrow yeah, just lift it up and then just glue it down, and glue it and screw it down. So I think I got a little patch to do there on the ramp as you come in, but that won't take too long. But yeah, exciting day, lots done. Yeah, back again tomorrow, so I'll touch base then. All right, jobs for today. So basically yesterday we put the floor down, or 2 days ago we put the floor down. So as I think I said, we've got it in, but it's not glued down. I haven't screwed it down. So that's my job today. So I'm going to basically lift it up and then just glue individual panels down and get this floor finished. So yeah, that's the job today. So hopefully we can get most of it done and get out of here before it gets too hot. Got a few other panels and that I've got to cut as well, which I might do as well if I get time, but there's a couple over the engine bay there, but not too fussed on them today. If I get time I'll do them, if not, otherwise, yeah, see how we go. One of the things I'm going to do also, gluing these boards down, is actually I'll show you on this one down here. I've got above the wheel wells, the 4 wheel wells, I've put a sheet of Colorbond. See that? Colorbond sheeting. Right, obviously I don't want water coming up from the tyres and just basically hitting all day every day against the bottom of the timber floor. So I'm putting this down, but what I want to do is, I don't want to just glue this straight to the frame. I don't want to glue the sheet straight to the frame and then glue the timber floor straight to the front, like to the on top of the sheet, because there'll be bits of the sheet that I think won't be like secured. Like you might get a bit of wind and a bit of like flap up and down of that metal sheet, which is what I want to avoid. So I'm actually going to just measure or mark out where the actual Colorbond sheet lines up with each panel on the floor, and then basically I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to glue the sheet to the bottom of the timber. Right, so that means the sheet is fully glued, and there'll be no, I guess, movement or flapping up and down of the, of the sheet if it gets a little bit of wind or a bit of vibration. So that way the sheet is totally glued to the timber, and then I can flip it back over and then glue the sheet and the timber and the ColourBond sheet to the steel frames as one piece. So that's the plan. I don't think it'd make too much noise or too much flapping around under there, but who knows, you get a little bit of draft or a bit of wind, and the gaps between here, like this sort of area here underneath, it might be secured and glued down on the frame, but as the ColourBond goes over pieces like this where there's no support, you may just get that little bit of bounce, and I really don't want that happening, maybe possibly making some sort of noise or a bit of a vibration or whatever. So alright, we're back to it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Alright, we'll send him some pictures. Right, so what we did today, quick update. Yesterday the floor was down and I'd cut it all, but it wasn't glued and screwed. So today we came back and did that, glued it down, screwed it down. I got all of it done except one piece. So as you can see, that's the bus now. So it's all down. Come back tomorrow and we'll do this one piece that's left, and yeah, so then I've got to go around and put a bit of wood filler into all the screws where I've countersunk and put the screws in, and then a bit of sealer or filler in between the boards, so I've left a little bit of space around the edges, probably a mil around the edges. Also a mil, it's kind of like a bit of a mil gap between them there in a few spots, so put some filler and some sealer in those, and yeah, that'll be the floor done, and it'll be on to windows. Windows is our next thing, so we're sorting out what we're doing with these windows. Yeah, went through a bit of glue today. About 17 tubes.
And Lisa fell over.
And Lisa fell through a hole in the floor. Big scratch there, see? Yeah, it was quite funny. The camera wasn't rolling at the time, which would have been funny if it was. But oh well, get you to do it again next time. Alright, next time, touch base again. update. I've just finished putting the last floor piece in. Still got a little bit at the back to do above the engine bay. I might do that next. Got this little bit there, just a couple of pieces there. Shouldn't take too long, and I've just got the ramp to do. But the main floor, the 8 panels, all been screwed down and glued, so they're in. I'm not 100% happy with the last piece that I've put in though. It's the Colorbond sheeting that is underneath that board that's above the wheel well. I'm not sure if it's maybe the frame, it's got a weld piece that's lifted it up or caused it to be not quite flat, but that Colorbond sheet is actually causing the 2 floor panels not to sit level with each other, with the adjacent panel. So you can see it here, at a 2mm gap there now, between there and there. So maybe even 3mm. So it's just on that section, there. Over here is all good, here's fine, no issues, but just that one sort of spot there, which is a bit shitty. So I'm going to have to just sand that down and plane that down just to get that level, but obviously I'm going to have to be careful that I don't just plane that bit, and then I'm going to end up with a bit of a dip along that board. But I think I can sort it out. It's just a pain in the arse and I'm going to have to do it. Didn't have to do it on the other panel at the back here. That had the aluminium sheet underneath it, or the Colorbond sheet underneath it, and it leveled up perfect. So not 100% sure why this is different. But yeah, it is what it is. So I guess the good thing is too, I'm going to be putting, you know, in this bit here, this bit's going to be wall. So we're going to have a wall down here. So this first, it's a bit of holding the camera, but we're going to have a wall there. So, you know, technically 6 inches of that is going to be covered anyway. So yeah, look, there's workaround and I'll be able to get that sorted, but it's just a pain in the ass that it's happened that way. But anyway, other than that, it's all in, it's all solid. Yeah, just got to fill the gaps now, fill all the gaps between the timbers, bit of filler, and all the countersunk screw holes, I've got to fill all those as well. And then seal all around the edge of the bus, around the floor, put some filler and sealant around the edge. Yeah, so still a lot to do on the floor, even though it's all in, but anyway, I'll keep moving.